podcast will be handed to you in a paper bag after you listen to this record. Yes. Yeah, it's a new record. We recorded it ourselves in our practice room / studio now, I guess. And we haven't recorded a record ourselves in a while. First 4 or 5 records we did ourselves, and then we started to have producers and other people come in. And that was an interesting experience, but it's always good to do stuff yourself and to do it the way you want to do it and not worry about what anybody else thinks. Well, actually, that's the interesting thing. I don't know whether the records were, I guess the records were better, but we definitely learned with working with producers how to record differently and in different ways. And one of the things that we learned that was very important is that it doesn't really matter. That lots of times we would do things over and over and over again because we thought that they had to be just a little bit better. And in the end, it didn't really matter. And so this recording, we just did it dirty and quick, and it sounds great.
This is the first day of the rest of our lives. I cannot wonder, how is it?
The process was pretty similar to the other ones we've done, where we just every day went to the practice room, and either 2 or Justin would bring in an idea. We'd work it around. Everybody would add stuff or take away, and then play it a bunch of times, and then if it sucked, it would go on the back burner. If it was good, we'd keep working it. And yeah, and then a couple weeks later, we'd come back to it after we'd written some more and decide, okay, these are the songs we're going to actually record and do. This new record doesn't really have a cohesive message like some of the other records do. However, when we write, we are definitely like sponges absorbing what is going on around us. And as we were writing this record, the world economy was collapsing. So, and George W. Bush was leaving office, and so there were a lot of change. There was a lot of change in the world. So those types of things are, you know, flavors on the record, and we're definitely addressing those things and talking about them. But the record doesn't have a specific theme or anything like that. It is our job to create things. You don't create things out of the air. Everybody creates things from looking at the other things around them and then putting those things together. And in our lives, we've had, you know, there's been some tragedies that have come into our lives that we've commented on, and you know, just the shit that goes on around us in the world. Those are the main influences. Musically, there's always bands and always things that even shows we play now, or see a band playing something, like, wow, that is amazing the way they're doing that, and that gives you a different way of seeing music slightly and how you would perform certain things. So yeah, we're always sucking new ideas in and looking for new ways of doing things. The difficulties were only personal ones. The difficulties were getting us all to be in the same room at the same time, and the difficulties were to decide on which songs were going to be on the record, and those types of things. For the most part, this record was one of the easiest records we've created, because again, we didn't have to worry about what anybody else. We didn't have to kiss anybody's ass to get them to understand our vision. We had a vision, and we were going to record it the way we wanted to. Other times, we've had a vision, and then people just put roadblocks in the way of that. Now, we ultimately always overcome those roadblocks, but it takes a lot of energy to explain to somebody, this is what we're going to do, and get the fuck out of our way. That takes a lot of energy a lot of times, whereas with this one, we were like, this is what we're going to do, nobody was in our way, so we just were able to do it. It is definitely hard for our friends and family. It's a very difficult thing, because if you've seen our tour schedule for this next couple months, it's very thick with tour dates. So it is a challenge to be away from home a lot, and but you know, this is what we do. We've chosen this lifestyle, so.
Hello. There's a lot of music's changed. There's a lot of records sound the same. Don't criticize our hobbies. We don't